everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie. If you are new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you aren't, then welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a CNA interview tips for you guys and how my CNA interview process went for me. I mean, everyone's interview process is going to be different. I've tried watching videos and on how to help me get better at the interview, what to do, what to expect, and I feel like everyone's is going to be different. Just because I'm sharing mine doesn't mean that's going to be how yours is going to go, but I just want to give you some tips on questions they asked me and just tell you about how my process went. So first, I've never had any experience in a hospital working as a CNA, so I felt I was underqualified for a position because I had no experience. All I had was volunteer hours that I worked in a hospital, but that was just going around to patients and seeing how they were and talking to them. And then I also had my clinicals during my CNA class, and that was only for about 2-3 weeks, I think, about. So that was the only CNA experience that I've had. So I literally had no experience. I started to apply. I finished my CNA course around October, or the end of September. I took my exam October 14th and I passed. So I started applying for jobs, and I applied to so many jobs at hospitals. I just was well, there's a job, fill out the information, there's another one, because I wanted to work in a hospital so bad to gain experience for nursing school, and to when I become a nurse, hopefully I can work at that hospital in the future. So I applied to so many, and I just was not getting a continue on process. It was just nope, we've already filled the position, sorry, you're not qualified enough. So I was just I was getting really stressed out and I didn't know what to do. So I was just keeping my hopes up. I was just continue apply. Maybe if you keep applying, they'll notice that you're eager to want to work here. So then finally I just got 3 emails in one day. It was here, your application has been processed, let's continue the steps. 3 of them for 3 different jobs at a hospital nearby. And I was super excited. I was yay, finally they're giving me a chance. Hopefully one of these will work out. So what in the email it had was just the next steps, and it was a video interview. So I would just have to log on to their website, and it was actually a video interview by myself, and I was just recording myself. So I had 4 questions to answer. One of them was why I want to work there, a time where I went above and beyond for a patient or a coworker, an improvement I've made in my current role, and what was the outcome of it. And the last question was a disagreement that I had with a coworker and how I handled that situation. So those were the 4 questions I got asked, and I had to record myself, but honestly they gave me unlimited recordings. I got to be able to work on my answers and be able to make sure the answers that I gave were how I wanted them to sound. And so if I messed up on a word, I could redo it. So it was really nice. I got unlimited responses to do my video. So after that I submitted those, and I got 2 emails back from 2 different positions. So I had 3 positions and I went down to 2. In those 2 positions I had an actual video interview with a person talking about the position and also asking me questions. So I had 2 in the same day. I just decided to schedule it that way just so I could get them out of the way and continue on with the process. The first interview came and I was so scared. I did not know what to expect, because my other interview I had a long time ago for a senior position, it was just she gave me the answers and I got to type them out and give them to her, and that was about it. So that interview was very informal, but this one was serious, so I was really nervous, and I tried being genuine and being my real self. I didn't want to memorize my answers because I felt they would think I'm just a robot type person. So I just went in there, was I'll just see how it goes. I have another interview if this one doesn't work out. I was so nervous. I was kind of stumbling across my words, but it's okay to stumble because you're not going to always be perfect in the interview. They don't want a robot in there saying everything they want to hear. You want to be your real self. So I finished that interview and I was that just didn't feel right. I don't think I did good. I don't think I'm going to get it. Then the second interview came along, and honestly I 100% connected with this interviewer. She was so nice, and she was asking me questions about clinicals, and it made me feel more comfortable in that interview. And she was asking about myself and my long-term and short-term goals, and she was asking some situations like what frustrated you during your CNA clinical process. She was just asking me questions like based off clinicals, which I could relate to better than the other interviewer was. It was just hard with the first one. So, and then at the end, she asked like why I want to work here, and I just felt I was just really passionate of helping others. So I feel like if you're really passionate of helping people, they will understand that you want to work here. So at the end of the interview, she told me that I was a really good fit and that she could understand I was passionate for work caring for people in the medical field. So she really understood that, which was really good. And since she said I was a good fit, she said she was going to contact the person who's in charge of like the application process and recommend me for being a candidate for this position, which I was super excited for because honestly she gave me a chance and I was really looking for that, and I'm so glad she was able to give me that chance. So since she recommended me to the person in charge of the application process, they were able to send me some emails about another phone interview. It wasn't really like an interview, it was just like telling me about the position, how much I'm gonna get paid, the hours of it, which I do. I'm working a day shift, which is nice. It will be from 6:30 to 7, so I don't have any night shifts. I'm not there yet. And then he was telling me about the next steps in this process of background checks, physicals, drug screens. I had to do my basic life support class through American Heart Association because my other CPR class was through a different company, so I had to redo that, which I recently did. And I had to do some lab work like you guys saw in another video. So now I'm here today continuing the process. I will start in January, so I have all of the holidays off, which is nice. I don't have to worry about like scheduling or working on Christmas. So I will start at the beginning of January, which will be super exciting. Some stuff is online right now, like orientation because of COVID, but it would be nice to actually go walk around the hospital, see it, but I will do that once I get there. But honestly, just be yourself when you go into an interview. Do not memorize stuff and look at answers because sometimes they don't even ask you those questions. They just want to know about you and why you want to work here, and just be yourself. Don't be a robot, like I said. If you say how passionate you are, they will love that because it shows that you're wanting to work here and you're eager. Even though I'm putting this video out there, it's just be yourself. I just wanted to tell you about my interview process and how it went. Some questions you can ask about the position are, what are your expectations for me during this position? Do you offer some continuing education, as in they're going to provide special classes so you can keep up with procedures and methods, or do you have to go find them on your own? What is the ratio to nursing assistants to patients? Right now I think mine is 5 to 7 patients per nursing assistant, if there's orientation or training provided, and then what's just a typical day like in this position. I'm going to be labeled as a patient care assistant, not a CNA. They changed it because they didn't want you to be an assistant to a nurse. They want this CNAs to actually be more hands-on, so they changed the name to a PCA. So that's what I'm going to be labeled as. I'm more caring for the patient, not assistant to a nurse. If you have any other questions about a CNA interview or the CNA process, you can always comment down below. You can message me over Instagram. I'll link my Instagram right here for you guys. But honestly, I'm super excited to start this position, and I can't wait to share with you guys how it goes. It's going to be a lot, but I'm ready for it because I'm super excited because it's going to prepare me to be able to work in a hospital as a nurse and just get the feeling of working in a hospital. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe and comment any things you have for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 9 because today's 8.